Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of On the Rock. Today we have our good guest, Gaming for Gaming. I can't talk.
Words are hard.
Gaming for God. Words are hard, guys. Words are hard. See, we're about 5 seconds in, and I'm already tripping over my tongue. Gaming for God and Bug Bite. How are you guys today?
Hey, good.
Just fantabulous.
Flippin'
I'm making new words now. Yeah, don't worry about me. That's fine.
Co-host,
Also, I would like to point out the fact that the rapture happening would be a good thing. Oh, never mind. I misread your message. Okay, disregard everything I just said. Yeah. Okay. All right. So.
Well, apparently I'm not here. No one even introduced me.
You don't need to be introduced. You're being replaced. I
do need to be introduced. Introduce me to the audience, please.
This is my co-host. He's a person. I think he's from Florida. I think.
My dad, everyone.
F to pay respect.
My dad.
Yeah.
All right. So while Fab's watching you there, yeah, he would be great. But if you guys don't know, Fab is host. So we're gonna move on. Before we move on to the next thing, guys, let's do our opening prayer as we usually do. So, Bagbite, you want to open us up with prayer?
Okay.
Yeah.
Dear Lord, thank you for gathering us together um, talking about different games and just giving us a chance to just be community. And thank you for giving me and Gaming for God a chance to be on the podcast to share our ideas and our opinions. And thank you so much for allowing us to be live on the interwebs together. And it's in your name. Amen.
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 Man, so if you guys don't know how we usually do it, we usually start the show with going into our first segment, which is Rock Slide. It's one
Good
of
old
the
Rock Slide,
segment
son.
which involves us going through topics pretty quickly, but not too quick where you guys can't understand us. So to start off, we'll be starting off with some news regarding Battlefield 5, and the game is actually getting delayed to November 20th. So if you don't know, the game was originally going to be launched right around the same time
Okay, that's my friend's
as
birthday.
Black Ops 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2, but they decided to delay the game, so they don't have to launch the same weeks as those two games. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Smart decision.
Hmm?
I know there have been many a game that have tried to directly compete with, like really heavily directly compete with other games by releasing at the very similar time frame, and it usually doesn't end well. So
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's just it's any kind of game developer team. You got to be smart. If you're not ready to release a game, don't release it. I don't care what your fan base says. I don't care what your audience says. Like, they matter. Don't get me wrong, they're important, but you have got to make sure that when you release it, you don't jump the gun. Destiny 2, and start just going out of the water with it. So
yeah, Destiny 2
sense.
is a very good example of that.
yeah, rushing it, dude.
That makes sense.
Titanfall
So
2.
that kind of pretty much covers that news. So you guys keep that in mind if you're looking to get Battlefield 5. It won't be out until November 5.
Yeah. Next thing up, Valkyria Chronicles 4 is coming to Nintendo Switch on September 25th, but that's not really new news. The big news is that the original Valkyria Chronicles is coming to Nintendo Switch on October 16th. That's them good games. Them are some pretty good games, you know.
Yep.
Do any of you know what that is besides me? Am I the only person who knows those games?
No.
Yep, you are the only one. I think.
I only put them in here because I thought you would know it, Fab, and I'm glad you did.
There's steampunky anime games about war and dogs.
Ooh, they should
There's
make
a
a
dog
game
in
now.
it. I know there's a dog. I'm pretty sure it's a Shiba Inu.
I have a great idea for a
might
game.
It might be a corgi. I forget.
A great idea for a game.
I think it's a Shiba Inu.
They should just make a game where you try to ride Steam. Sounds fun. No? Okay. Moving on.
It might be a bit hard to ride a.
You know what? It's a game. You can do whatever you want.
Gas form of dihydrogen monoxide. That might be a bit difficult.
Video game world, we can do whatever we want.
I dropped my
Next
minute.
topic is Black Ops 4. Battle Royale beta mode is out now, so it came out September 10th. If you didn't know, yeah. Most of you probably already know that. But the big news that some people consider big, I don't really care about, but I involved it for you guys who are bad at Black Ops 4. That the Battle Royale mode, when it launches the game, will have zombies in it. I don't know how it's going to work. They just kind of did this little trailer thing where they showed off zombies in it. So, it looks interesting. And any thoughts, guys?
I mean, I'll go ahead and I'll throw in my sense here. I mean, I think it's really I watched a small amount of the gameplay with the zombies in the Battle Royale. Genuinely think that if they hadn't done that, they would not have any kind of a market for Battle Royale. It's already predominantly dominated by games like, obviously, King of the Kill with H1Z1 starting the whole thing, and then PUBG, and Battle Royale, of course, is dominated by Fortnite. And, it would be hard to break into that industry without keeping some kind of a signature like their zombies mode. That's something that is exclusive to them, and their gunplay is unparalleled. So I think that if they keep those two things at the core of it, yeah, it would work really well. I think it would work really well.
Yeah, I think that's a good point there. Definitely, different reason to get it if you're into that. But for me personally, I don't know what happened. I don't know what would happen, how it will go, because I'm not really a huge zombies guy when it comes to these games, and most enjoyed them. So I don't know how it's going to affect the battle royale. Again, it doesn't really change the game.
It seems pretty unique. I don't know, because I don't think they ever had anything like that before in the battle royale game, and there are so many different battle royale games. So I guess it's just a new element. I didn't see any gameplay on it, by the way.
It's fine.
But
It's fine. Yeah.
I saw like just a regular gameplay, not with zombies. But it sounds interesting.
I'm back from the dead.
Okay. I don't know what
Welcome
happened in
back.
there, but we kind of got to get the show rolling again. So Fab, you want to move on to the next segment?
Did you do any of the segments without me?
No, because you
Okay.
are the next person.
Subnautica Below Zero announced as a standalone expansion. Subnautica is a spoopy underwater game where you are underwater and there's stuff that tries to kill you.
Fab, have you never played Subnautica?
Nope.
Okay. So if you know Subnautica, it's pretty much an underwater survival game where you just kind of build bases, you build yourself up, you get resources, you try to survive, and you kind of try to get off the planet you're on. Which this new expansion is just, it was kind of like Blue Flowers can come into the patch or something, but it's actually now its own DLC coming to the game. On top of that, Subnautica will become the PS4 in the next month. Keep your eyes out for that as well. Moving on to the next one, because I'm pretty sure not a lot of people care a lot for underwater games, which is kind of a bummer. That Valve, it says it's in a place now where it can actually focus on games again. Wow.
Wow.
What were
Does
they
this mean
doing?
they might be able to count to 3?
I don't know. They said they were helping.
Managing.
No. They said they were helping make sure their customer service was good.
All
They're
right.
helping
Well,
make sure customer service was good.
But yeah, pretty much. They spent a lot of time
I feel like if
improving. They
if I
spent
could
a lot of
spend money,
time improving customer service.
if I spent,
They spent a lot of time.
if I could spend money on air quotes, I would probably spend roughly something roughly the size of Donald Trump's wallet on air quotes for that sentence.
that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
It's a small loan of $1 million.
exactly. Oh boy.
Still, I'm just saying they spent a lot of time improving customer service.
The whole
Oh,
time.
Yeah.
man. Actually,
It
okay.
was-
In
it was
all
a-
honesty,
It
In
was
all
a
honesty,
hard
it's-
problem.
customer service is important, obviously, regardless of what kind of business you're in. And if they were lacking, they definitely needed to pull that out. That's an issue.
Mm.
Well,
Were they lacking? I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I only ever played one Valve game that I'm aware of. It was Left 4 Dead 2. Like I thought it was great. I never had any complaints, so I never had to deal with the customer.
I like
service.
Portal, and I used to play TF2, so that's my
Yeah.
in my
That's
experience. They used to be
TF2 is
good
good
like
stuff.
2008.
yeah. Well,
So did CS:GO, but it's still somewhere relevant somehow.
Hey, CS:GO is CS:GO is it's somewhere. It's esports. That's it. Anyway, okay, so some news leaked this week that Microsoft supposedly had a controversial deal with Ubisoft that they would keep the level of performance and visuals on the same of the Division on the same PS4 and Xbox. So sneaky under the table deals, getting secretive and
yeah. So
stuff.
pretty much adding on to that is Microsoft just pretty much just said of Ubisoft, hey, we would love it if you could just make because this is when the Xbox One and PS4 weren't out yet. So if they're like, hey, Ubisoft, we need you to keep the PS4 quality, have the same quality as Xbox will be. So forth, we'll keep them in the market.
Yeah, okay. What I find confusing is that doesn't the Xbox One X have
No,
better
this
quality?
is when the Division came out.
Oh, the original Division.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Division 2. Yeah, okay. The original Division, that makes more sense.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, so. Anyway, that's news. Controversial and stuff.
It's I kind of find it controversial. I just find it funny that they tried to like make Division somewhat competitive on their platform, and actually in the end, it didn't really sell great at the beginning because of problems they had. So it's kind of a mess. But moving on to news that is somewhat interesting to some people, especially since in this game, a new game based around superheroes has come out, but that's something different. This is something totally different. But Henry Cavill reportedly quitting Superman role. There's a few reasons why behind it, but I think Fab will take this.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm no expert on the subject, but pretty much what I have heard is that the guy who plays Superman, Henry Cavill, Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, he is apparently not going. He apparently has decided that he doesn't want to be Superman anymore. But in other news, he's playing Geralt in the Netflix series with The Witcher. So, giving up Superman to be Geralt, I guess.
Seems like a good trade-off.
Hey, it's a bold move. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, any thoughts on that?
No.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I would not stop being Superman under any circumstances. Like none, literally zero. So I'm not sure why he did that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe there was some background stuff that might have something to do with it. He also released a random video on his Twitter of some very intense music playing in the background and him holding a Superman action figure, staring at the camera. I don't know why, but yeah. Anyway,
rip.
In other news,
let's move on to different news.
A new Nintendo Direct is scheduled for tomorrow at 3 p.m. For those of you who don't know what Nintendo Directs are, they are essentially little sort of snippet videos of news that Nintendo gives out to put out a bunch of, just news on what updates on games that they're doing. They've announced that's where they announced the new Smash. It's like a miniature E3. Yeah, 3 p.m. PT.
All right, that's pretty cool. I didn't know
Did I
about
say PT? I thought I said PT. Yeah.
Nice.
Which is nice for me because if I drive home instead of taking the bus tomorrow, that means that I can get there in time.
Right on.
Okay. Let's move on to some other news that apparently is a bit interesting. If you're watched streams lately, you would know this. If you don't, which I don't watch a whole lot of them. I don't even know what that was.
This is breaking.
This is just breaking. I don't know. All right.
This just breaking. Words are hard. English is harder, and here we are trying to accomplish both of them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going outside of any kind of realm of what is normal, whatever that is.
I feel like this is like we have a formula for On the Rock, and we do ridiculous crap. We laugh at Stone for some random thing that happens in the background, and then Kat tries to rein us in the chat.
All right, more news. Shots fired at streamers. Doctor disrespects his house during live stream. Authorities are investigating. So a guy who's a well-known streamer got shot at while streaming. Not sure why.
Yeah, that's scary.
Somebody clip. Oh, that. Yeah. Hey, this comes up. This is recorded on Twitch. So if you want to go back and clip that, go ahead.
Also just type in your search engine, whatever one you use. Go shots fired at streamer. Dr. Disrespect. Then you'll find.
Yeah. Show I'm not sure if if it was a BB gun or if it was an actual bullet. I don't think that information has been released yet. But
The way he
Yeah,
made it
it's-
sound. Okay, I'm gonna throw something out there. It shattered a window, according to what he said live on stream. And knowing a lot about guns, there's no way a BB gun shattered a window. He lives in a nice area because. And okay, this is the reason I say I'm sketchy on that, because they're always double pane glass, and if it was the upper level, which he said, it'd have to gain enough velocity to not only get to the window but go through both panes of glass. From what the way he made it sound, and he may have been over exaggerating because he was just kind of freaking out, but it's Dr. Disrespect. He's not exactly calm. It just made it sound like there was a shattered out window. And there's no way a pellet gun would do that at that kind of distance. So I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I know. Depends. Yeah, it's
kind of weird. Like it's like bizarre that someone would just do that. Like there's not really a huge purpose to it.
Yeah, I think it's a bit concerning because I think streamers. I think we're running into the point where streamers. I think the danger is that streamers they're getting to the point that they are celebrities, and unlike the more mainstream celebrities, they don't actually make enough money to have a big have security or something like. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I get what you mean, Fab. You're saying like they don't have enough money to really get good enough security, or they're not like in positions where they can actually protect themselves from all the fans knowing where they actually live, because some people can just track their IP addresses.
Yeah, it's if you really think about it, it's actually quite dangerous. But I mean, like, okay, dangerous if you get like absolutely massive, which most people aren't. So, I mean, I think it's just thankful that his wife and nobody got hurt. So.
All right. I think we should probably move on to some other stuff, but pretty much I kind of finished up. That kind of wraps up Rock Slide into a nice, disrespected bow. No one saw that? Okay. But
you tried, man. You tried.
Yep, no one saw it. But that kind of wraps up Rock Slide, so you guys really know. If you guys don't know, we move on to the next segment, which is our recommended game of the week. And this week game is Marvel's Spider-Man. Now, I can tell you for one thing, Fab is sitting in his seat, edge of his seat, ready to yell whatever he can about it. Before I let him go, just going to hold him there for a second. Now you can go.
Spider-Man. Okay, yeah. So, yes, that was my ringtone. Today, our recommended game of the week is Spider-Man for PS4. And I must say, I've been playing this the entire weekend. I love it. It's beautiful as a Spider-Man fanboy at heart. This game, it's beautiful. It is my
the most
child.
accurate metaphors.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Just beautiful.
So, what are you guys' thoughts before I start explaining why it's so awesome?
Bug, go, dude. Do it.
All right. Well, I went on Reddit, had a little rabbit hole moments, and I just saw the amazing screenshots that people have made. It's just the graphics and gameplay looks so smooth, and man, I don't know. I really want to play it. I don't have a PS4, but I really want to play it. Maybe someday it'll have a PC port. Maybe. Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
I honestly,
maybe.
I think the way the game works, I'm actually having a hard time seeing it on PC because the way that the camera works, it's actually like I find it's really awkward to play Arkham Knight on PC because it's like the way you have to do the camera, you have to go all the way to the side of your mouse pad and then pick it up and go all the way back to actually turn the camera. Anyway, on another note. Anyway, so essentially, I'm going to now explain why it's so good. First of all, I would say that its portrayal of Spider-Man is spot on. Yuri Lowenthal, the voice actor for him, I cannot imagine Spider-Man with any other voice besides his now. It is, and just story, characters, amazing. They did an awesome job casting. And another thing is that many games have sort of tried to capture a lot of games for they've tried to I guess, capture what it's like to be a superhero. And I think probably the only one that I can think of off the top of my head that actually was somewhat decent at doing that was the Arkham series. And I think Spider-Man, there it is what the Arkham was to Batman to Spider-Man, which they're very similar genres. Like, for example, the swinging through the city feels amazing. It's just like, I don't know, there's just something about it, man. Just an adrenaline rush. I dare say it's better than Spider-Man 2. It is actually.
You take it back. You take
I'm
it
just
back.
saying.
Take it back.
No, you play the game and you tell me. You try to tell me that Spider-Man 2 is better. It's.
Oh, you're talking about the games. Okay, got it. Never mind. I'm good.
What?
For a moment, obviously we know we're talking about games, but like the thing that I heard was you say Spider-Man 2 is better than Spider-Man 1, and that's not at all what you said.
Okay,
but that's what I heard.
Whoa,
and that was where I'm like, we can't go there. We can't do that.
See, Homecoming is the best. But
I didn't see it yet. Still
okay,
see it.
Triggered.
Yeah. Anyway, but Spider-Man, it's the way that the swinging works. I think that what they did was actually makes it's some sort of algorithm that projects points onto the buildings and such that makes it so that you can attach. Essentially, you can attach your webs to them, and then you can press the left trigger to enter a more precise mode where you can just attach to any solid surface. And the compad is very interesting as well with gadgets and stuff. So, wow. Talking about Tom Holland, right? Oh boy. He also looks like he's 12.
Hey.
He's got a baby face, man.
Never.
Oh boy.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay. Anyway,
Where am I?
this show is so professional.
Yeah. Tom Holland is a babyface. Yuri Lowenthal is the best Spider-Man, in my opinion, now. And Miles Morales actually is a very interesting character in the new game. He's in it, if you guys know who that is.
No, I don't.
Went right
Okay,
over
but
my
okay. Since I am the only one who's actually played it, let's lead this into an interesting discussion. What do you guys think of? I am not lying, Freeman. Let me think. Okay, what are your thoughts on Apparently, I'm not. Okay, don't take my word on this. I feel like I remember hearing a quote saying that they're actually going to be trying to make a Marvel video game universe. Which would be.
That's an interesting thought about it because kind of loop it all together and it'll be a lot of work, but I can see why it'd be a lot of money in it as well because a lot of people who are really big fans of the Marvel movies and just bringing it all together in a video game sense will probably bring a lot of people in commercial revenue as well.
Mm-hmm. I think if they're all on PS4, that would be a huge thing for Sony. They'd love that.
Yeah, that's true.
But what is it? What is the superhero that you guys think would be a good adaptation into a game?
It's always going to be Captain America for me. I'm just gonna throw that out there and just there you go, guys. There it is. Huge Cap fan.
I think Thor fighting Hulk.
Hulk?
What?
That'd be a good game.
Why? I feel like that would just turn into Crackdown.
Exactly, but better.
Yeah.
Exactly what everybody wants.
Yeah, but personally, I think Iron Man would be a really good, interesting character.
No. We need to not let Iron Man continue to have a franchise. He's a criminal. Okay, let's just not. Whew! That's new.
So I have several things to say about that.
Oh boy.
There
you go.
Hey,
you insulting my Iron Buddy? Iron Man has had games, none of which have been particularly noteworthy or good in general. Personally, I think, okay, if you guys have ever played Disney Infinity, the way that they handle the superheroes in that, I feel like could be, if you expanded on that, like the way that Iron Man works, I feel like could be a very interesting game. Anyway, I think if you guys don't have anything else to say about superheroes, because apparently I'm the only person here who knows what superheroes are. No, people die. Trust me, Freeman. People die. Guess you could say they aren't feeling too good, eh?
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
Okay, maybe we should move on to the next one.
Yeah, the next one.
Fab's been a bit like
Wait,
gone into it.
one joke. Nobody stays dead in the Marvel Universe except for Uncle Ben.
I think I forgot I have somewhere I gotta be. I'll be back. I have an appointment with my tissue box to cry for a couple hours.
All right, now I guess I'm pretty sure we've exhausted Spider-Man, or I haven't.
Yeah, I think we've exhausted.
You guys just don't know what to talk about. But going into our next topic.
Yeah, our next topic. I'll take that, Fab.
Whatever you say, partner.
Yeah, so that pretty much wraps up the first half of the show. So we're gonna move on to the better half of the show.
Where I talk even more.
Okay. The first topic that we're actually going to cover that's not like it's kind of game related, but it's kind of like discussing more is which Royale, because with Battlefield 5 and Black Ops 4 coming in about the same period, if you were to choose which one do you think is better at the current standpoint? Which one do you think has a better choice? Better overall.
All right, Bugbite, that's you, dude. You got it.
Start first.
Well, I'm very biased towards Battlefield because I've played almost all Battlefield games since Battlefield 2, but I mean I haven't seen much on the Battlefield 5 Battle Royale. So I don't really have an opinion on that. But
good.
It sounds like an interesting. I don't know. I feel like they're just kind of like both Call of Duty and Battlefield are just jumping on the train bandwagon.
Okay.
They're definitely doing that.
Battle Royale.
Yeah, it feels like that a bit. So you just don't really have like an idea, I guess, of what the exact game how it's looking right now. You really make a judgment call.
For Call of Duty, I mean, we were talking about the zombies thing earlier. If Battlefield 5 could bring like a lot more different elements as well as Call of Duty, then maybe thered be I guess I'm looking for uniqueness and just something very different that you can like easily distinguish.
Yeah,
one
something
game
that
from
kind
the
of
other.
stands out from these two. Like, yeah, you do want like unique feature.
Yeah.
Like I think with Battlefield 5 Battle Royale, actually, when you think about it, it's going to have a destruction characteristics to it. It'll probably have again those bags kind of build up and place up. How that's exactly going to work. And I don't know if they're going to do tanks, but I think they would do tanks. That would be a smart idea. You could just jump in the tank in the middle of the map and just start ramming over people.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. They implemented vehicles
Okay, yeah.
that way. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of like how that's the point they're at. I would very
destruction. Yeah, Battlefield Destruction. That would be amazing.
Yeah. So you're going to go with Battlefield 5, I guess, as it's like the better option as of right now.
I don't know. I don't want to.
See, I don't play Battlefield or Call of Duty.
I'll make the judgment call. Bugbite recommends Battlefield 5 to you guys.
Yeah.
big oof. Sure.
I recommend that you guys don't play either of those shooters and you go and get yourself a Switch and play Splatoon.
I might get a Switch.
Do it.
Might get a Switch this week.
Do it, man. Do it. I mean,
it depends.
Do it.
Oh yeah.
Do it in your journey
So,
to the
what do you think, Gamer Forgot, on this topic of choice?
So, I mean, one thing that I do want to point out is there's been like conversation, at least in my experience, that there's this question of, hey, well, with these battle royales coming in, right, with Battlefield 5 and Black Ops 4, their blackout mode, Is it going to dampen Fortnite? No, Fortnite's going to be around for years. I would not be surprised if Fortnite became the next CS:GO because of the fact that
I disagree.
What?
Okay, sorry, but because of why? I thought you were.
Well,
just
the reason I was going to say that at least I believe that that's what's going to happen is because they continue to create more content with it. It's not just a game they released and then let go. That's what happens with a great example. PUBG was about as crazy as Fortnite was at the very beginning. If they had continued to create a good content with it, I believe it really would have taken over. But because Fortnite came in and continued to dominate as far as content creation goes, now I'm not saying whether the game's better or not. I'm just saying that they've done a really great job with their content creation, with the fact that they are constantly making the map change. There's the cube right now in Fortnite, that kind of stuff. And I know I won't stay on it too long. The reason I'm bringing that up, though, is because I don't think it's going to go anywhere. But coming back to whether or not I think Black Ops or Battlefield is going to be the more prevalent, I truly believe that they both have a very good chance. If they hang on to both of their exclusives, we talked about tanks and Battlefield, that's important. If Black Ops, like they already have, if they keep their zombies, like we kind of talked about earlier, I think that they're really going to blow up and maintain a good, playing and a good, I don't know, audience is the word I'm looking for. And I just think it's really interesting. I'll be very curious to say for sure, but I think truthfully, the best way to give it a good metaphor, like I think Battlefield is to Fortnite and Black Ops is to PUBG because they have similar characteristics in one fashion. There's building and destruction of buildings in one, and there's not in another. And that is a huge part of it. No one really gives it enough credit for Battle Royale. That is the big thing. That is the big difference. The building, the destruction in Fortnite versus PUBG. That's it. That's the only difference. So I think that's going to be the biggest kickers right there.
See, I think for me, I think that the thing is that the reason why I think Fortnite is going to die out is mostly due to the fact that I guess in gamer culture, I could see it sticking around for a bit, considering it's for like the streamers and that. But I think as far as the the mainstream craze that it's had, I think that's a fad. That's definitely going to die out very quickly.
Oh, the mainstream craze will die. No, I'll agree with that 100%. I think that the game itself will not die. I think it's going to become something that CSGO, like I said, I really believe it's going to be very similar to CSGO, is where it may die, like the pop culture may die, and then there's going to be an esports thing that brings it back. I really think that's how it's going to project. But
I don't see it really surviving through esports. I could see it surviving just through like a couple loyal people who choose to keep playing it.
Oh, right on, for sure.
Fortnite is weird though. It's like it's turned all the people who wouldn't be gamers otherwise into like sort of
gamers.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
They're like these weird gamer half-breeds.
Half-breeds.
I don't know what they are.
Filthy mudbloods. Like
I was just about to say that.
Oh man.
Malfoy.
Yeah, for real. I mean, I don't know, and that's it is a good point. Like as far as the pop culture part of Fortnite, it will die. It will, because pop culture changes too often. But gaming culture is different than pop culture, and we have a tendency to put them together. They're very different things, very different animals. And I really think that while the pop culture part of Fortnite, like the fact that Samsung was able to release their new Galaxy, bragging about Fortnite, that will die off. I'm sure that their next phone they release, they won't be able to do that. But the game will still be active.
Yeah, I think it'll still be active, but I don't like. It's super weird. Actually, funny little story, like 2-second story. My friend, her sister, totally not a gamer, but I was going up to their cabin for the weekend, and I was just talking to her sister, and she was watching a streamer. Was it Ninja? Thought he was Ninja. She was just calling any streamer that she was watching on Fortnite's Ninja.
It hurts. It actually hurts.
Oh,
It hurt. I was just sitting there like, should I tell her?
Do I tell her or do I just let her have her moment? Like,
I told her.
ow.
Oh yeah, it was an interesting time.
Wow. Well,
Rip.
Yeah. All right. I think that kind of covers the first subject. Somehow we went from talking about Battlefield 5 and Black Ops.
Because the
4
reality is
on top.
that's exactly what's going to happen when they get released. It's going to go right back to Fortnite. That's what's going to happen.
Fortnite.
Well, that's gamers for God's cause. My call is, I don't care at this point. Battle Royale is kind of boring me. So yeah, let's move on to the next topic. You want to take it? Fab?
Yeah. Okay, so for our next topic, we have there are going to be no esports in Olympics because killer games promote violence. Why do you guys think video games should be in esports? Why? If so, why? If not, why?
Yeah, why? That's
Go ahead, Bud. Do it, man. Tell them all about it.
Let's start.
Okay, well, I honestly am kind of torn if esports should be part of the Olympics or not. I mean, I don't see how it would be bad to have it on there, but some people question I guess the athleticism or however you call it, but I mean, it uses your brain. A lot of sports use their brain. And let's see. I feel like because it's the president. Let's see, president of the International Olympic Committee. Those were his comments that video games or esports kind of promotes violence and discrimination. And I feel like he's sort of biased against video or esports, and I feel like those are kind of iffy reasons, and kind of just.
Well, I get one of his points about how in some games you kind of like fight and you kill other people in the game, and on like an Olympic sport in a way. He doesn't really like that type of presence within the Olympic values. And
which is actually slightly funny because considering the original Olympics was about that.
You know what, Fab? That's for the Romans to deal with and the
A lot
Greeks.
of
but
a lot of history stuff.
Really,
personally,
guys, look, history lesson.
Personally, I think the thing is that
Mhm.
I think like as far as the killing goes and promoting violence. I mean, you already have hockey players who beat the living crap out of each other a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And
I mean, fun to watch.
It depends on what game you're putting into it. Because if we're going for like StarCraft, I don't know. It's very strategic.
Why would you even bring that in the first place? As like that's like the first game that comes to mind. What would be an Olympic game? StarCraft.
I don't
know.
I'll throw in my 2 cents worth really quick. There's actually, it's really funny. I was talking about this concept earlier today. There is still a generation that is, and that's there was a couple of really good points in chat. One of them was that we're just adding esports to ESPN. We've got a little ways to go before we be in the Olympics. I think futuristically being in the Olympics would be totally appropriate, but the thing that is going to happen is there's a generation that is still in charge that is going to, we're going to put it in really harsh terms, die off. They're going to, as time goes on, it's just part of the natural part of life. And not that we want them to die, don't think that way. But they're eventually going to kind of just begin to die off. With that said, once they do that, it'll be the younger generation taking over for the Olympics and those kinds of things. And I truly believe at that point, that's when people are going to start to accept it. Because right now there's a generation that truly believes that gamers don't separate reality from the game. And we do. Because I guarantee you, as many gamers as there are in the world and as many gaming-related incidents there are of violence and driving a vehicle over 100 miles per hour, those two situations, if you look at the numbers, they're judging the entire population of gamers on the 1% of gamers. If that, it's probably the 1% of the 1%. You know what I mean? Like it's 0.001% of us are actually not understanding that there's reality and there's not reality. So like Fortnite's a great example. I'm gonna keep bringing it up. I'm sorry. All right, you know what? No, I won't. I'll be nice. Let's do something different. Let's talk about a racing game. Great example. Okay, let's take it out of violence. Racing. Okay, the whole idea is that you're on a track and you're going over 100 miles an hour. GTA, another great example. That's literally everything you could possibly do wrong in society put into a game. Okay, that's literally it. That's literally it. But do they then go find a rocket launcher and blow a helicopter out of the sky? No, they don't do that. Not. I haven't heard of that story yet. Right. So I mean, like, I think that they're over exaggerating the violence, but I also don't think that they should be that esports should be in the Olympics yet. But for completely different reasons.
Mm-hmm. And I think the thing is that I think there's there is that sort of prejudice in that whole, I guess sort of, I mean, like, I don't know, because like I don't like to separate generations, because like, I mean, we got Kennethan, and he's pretty much the entire example of like, I don't want to judge generations based on a large percentage of them, but I think sort of the baby boomer generation, there's a lot of them that like they didn't grow up with video games, and they are sort of, and at the moment they're the ones who are sort of in charge when it comes to a lot of those things. It's a lot of 60-year-olds, around that age, who are running these businesses, and I think they see gaming as foreign to them. They grew up, watching hockey games and going to football, and
also they see
soccer.
it as more like an entertainment thing instead of it actually being like a sport. For one,
right?
You think about you think of it more like watching TV. Like, you're not gonna have watching TV as an esports as a thing in the Olympics. That's kind of like what their view is of it. It's kind of just a hobby or entertainment. It's not really a sport that you can play as a competitive thing. And I think it's kind of like a viewpoint they have, and it's not really wrong with their viewpoint, because some people have different viewpoints of what can be. Like, I'm pretty sure some people view soccer as not a sport. Rude, but those are people.
Right. There's people who say that.
Some people just don't care that soccer is a sport, for one. I don't know why.
I think they're joking. At least I hope they're joking.
I hope they're joking too.
Yeah,
people.
But yeah, I think it depends on what your definition and qualification, like what you would consider the Olympics as being about. My personal opinion, because I think if it's something where you go to represent your country, and you are there to, earn, it's about patriotism and having peace between countries. I think that having that is a good. I think games should be in there, but if it's about athleticism and training your body to be the best and doing that sort of thing, I think your argument for games becomes a lot weaker. Because even though you do, it takes extreme training of the mind to be an esports player, I think as far as I think it's just that there's so many. I don't think that you can ever really. It's like, how to put it. There's a lot of chess players in the world who are very, 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 very good at what they do, and they're very smart, and they have they study strategies and rules about the game, but then that chess isn't in the Olympics. So whoa. Okay. Show Elk, you don't come on curling with me around.
I think we should probably move on to the next topic. I think we
Curling is a sport, and I will break you. I will break all of you.
This isn't hockey. You don't get to do that.
No. I don't even play hockey.
This is
curling is my game. Curling is my game.
Is just curling.
Curling is my game. I
actually have more fun watching people curl their hair with one of those twirly
you
things.
Ever play
than I do
curling?
actually watching curling.
Why is it if it's an Olympic sport? Because you have to train to get good at it, and it's just as
but you
anything else.
Moving on. Let's just quickly run away from
a curling rock.
Get us out of this mess.
What was your favorite game as a child that does it hold up well? There we go.
Okay, so when you asked, did it hold up well? Like, are you saying, like, did it maintain?
Like today, does it still hold like your favoritism in a way, or is it? Or is it still like a game that you can still look back and admire it, but you think it doesn't really hold up well? Like, what would that be? For me, instance, I loved Wii bowling, and to me, it very much holds up today. Like I could still go play it and have a good time, and don't have to worry about it.
If that is a sport, I'm
Bowling?
just saying. No. I'm
bowling's very difficult. I've done bowling.
I'm trying to trigger Fab again. I don't know what. I don't know. Sorry. Moving on.
Hey,
Wii bowling, got it. All right, we're good.
Yeah, Wii bowling.
Yeah, but that's kind of like an example of a way.
All right, cool.
Also, before you start, in the audience, if you guys want to ever mention, like right now, mention which games you think are like a good game that you played when you were a child, but now you look back at it and you think, wow, this game was still great. Let us know. We'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. And you continue now, Mr. Gaiman.
Okay, all right. So, my favorite game growing up as a child. Oh, that's actually quite hard. Halo, the original Halo. I grew up around Halo. That was my stuff right there. It was good stuff. And I think I would argue it held up pretty well, except for the fact that they keep trying to release the game again, and that's been irritating. I enjoyed the re-release of the Master Chief Collection, so I think that really helped. They, with the better graphics, those kinds of things. But the fact that they've gone, I think, Halo 5 now or something, I'm like, no, you killed the Chief. Like, quit trying to bring it back. It's dead. Like, just move on. But I don't know. So I think the original held out well. But...
Halo.
What?
There's a controversial opinion for you. Yeah.
Well, I didn't hear it.
I know what you were saying. You should just let Halo die.
That is a controversial opinion. Good point.
It is a very controversial opinion, and I'm not going to address that right now. Okay, Freeman. No.
Okay.
Anyway, go to Bug Bite because I'm going to rant.
Oh, okay. Well, I used to be a huge Nintendo person.
Oh yes, son.
Specifically Pokemon, because all I had first off was a Game Boy, and I would probably say Pokemon Silver was my favorite, and then I switched to Pokemon Crystal because all the cool new features, moving sprites and anyway.
Yeah.
I've always wanted okay, so I've had the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, and technically the DS, although that wasn't mine. But
I just want to bring up though that a lot of people are saying Halo Reach is like their favorite game.
See, that's funny because I was gonna say that is one of my favorite childhood games.
Also, I want to defend my statement of Wii bowling.
Oh boy!
You do not need to defend Wii bowling.
Because when I was 9, that's all I played was the Wii. Actually, I was 7. Yeah, all I played when I was 7 was a Wii. I didn't play any other consoles. Like I didn't even care about it.
How old are you?
16, dude.
We're 16, man. That's your show is being hosted.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I am shook to my very core.
There's nothing wrong with that.
He's got facial hair. I don't.
You gotta get controlled by a 16 and 15-year-old.
I feel old.
I'm almost 16. Give me.
Literally, that's the age gap, guys.
12 days.
When I was 7 or 6, 16. I would play Wii bowling, Wii tennis. Ooh, Wii tennis was. That was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
All right. So for me, I have a interesting case because how I got into gaming wasn't actually. It was like, essentially, I got into gaming through games that were older than me. So I'd say my favorite, I'd say for off the top of my head, Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. That game was probably one of my biggest childhood games. Right up there with Mario Baseball or the GameCube. And aside from those, I remember. See, it's really difficult because it depends on what you count as your childhood. If I'm counting like below 12, Halo Reach is a really big one because I started playing Halo Reach. That was sort of what got me into actually being able to play shooters. And then I also really loved playing. I'd say Okay, if I was going to say 3 and we're going below 12, it'd be Halo Reach, Pokemon Soul Silver, and Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. And I'd say all 3 of those still hold up today.
They do. Yeah, 100% agree.
I actually got a good list from someone here from Bearded Mongoose. I says he said Sonic on the Sega Genesis, Mario Kart on 64, and Super Smash Bros. On the N64.
Do you think he ever played on a Nintendo? Do you think that was something he ever did? Like use Nintendo consoles at all? Ever?
I mean,
I don't know, man. That seems pretty weird.
I don't know if he's tried a Switch though yet. And if he has,
Ooh.
if you have a
You
friend,
need to get a Switch, Cat. Get it. I will buy you a Switch.
I said Bearded Mongoose. I never said cat.
Someone clip it. He owes him a Twitch.
Whatever. Sorry, Bearded
Super
Mongoose.
Smash Bros.
Cat.
Smash
Ooh,
Bros.
Bearded
I would say
Cat.
Smash Bros. The original Smash Bros. Is debatable because on one hand, I feel like it does hold up in a certain aspect. On the other hand, if you compare it to the new Smash Bros, it's
That. Okay, well.
no. Get a Switch, Cat. Get a Switch. You can fly up to. I'll pay for your plane ticket. You can fly up here and play on my PS4.
Don't do that, Fab. It's a trick.
Brawlhalla.
So
It's a
I
fun
don't
game.
actually. Which was your game again, Fab? I forgot. There's so many games listed.
I can't choose
Zelda.
one, so I was doing Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, Pokemon Soul Silver, and Halo Reach.
That one sounds interesting. Halo Reach is okay, but I don't really care.
Get out.
Yeah, I know. You show that to me all the time. Eventually I'll have to get out.
Cole,
Oh wait,
we both know that you're trying to trigger me, and I'm not falling for it.
you got Mario and Zelda. All right, I think that kind of wraps up this episode. Thank you guys for being very interactive in the chat. We had fun with you, looking at your bizarre comments sometimes, to be fair, but most of them are good. Most of them are good. But it was great having you, Game for God, and Bug Bite on here. You two are good little people.
Good little people coming from the 16-year-old.
Yep.
Kappa.
Well, I'm probably taller than you.
Silence, child.
Rip in the chat, please. Thank you.
Okay. But before we tune you guys out, you guys want to pimp your links or whatever, and we'll start with Bug Bite.
Oh, okay.
I am
Just
curious.
my links.
Okay, never mind. We'll say after.
Well, okay. Hello, I'm Bug. Wait, you want me to tell them what I do, or want me to tell them what I do?
Just you tell them whatever you want to tell them.
20-second ad for your channel.
Well,
What do you do?
I'm a family-friendly Twitch streamer, and I play Minecraft, Overwatch, and Battlefield, but trying to expand. And I'm on Twitch, so I don't know if I can link, but my username for everything is BugBite250. This is my username. Yes, like Shoal said. So yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
It was great having you, Bug Bite, and your very insightful little tidbits you gave us. Make sure that every moment you speak was worth every second. Gamer for God, you got any stuff you want to add in?
Well, I mean, obviously, the way that we network is because we're Twitch streamers. So, Gaming for God is just like it is right over my head there right over, I don't know which direction I'm supposed to point, but I'm going to try real hard to point the right way. There we go. Right up there. You can find me on twitch.tv/Gaming for God. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat if you look up Gaming for God on any of those social media platforms. But the easiest way to do that is to go to the Twitch channel. Right underneath, there are some panels. You can click on them, and it gives you direct links. And it's going to be pretty sick, and pretty excited about that. And the last thing I'm going to do is just let you guys know I am part-time on Twitch. I am full-time radio DJ. So it's revelationradio.fm is the radio, and you can also find that link in the Twitch description panels as well. So there you go.
I just did that for my Canadian radio.
Why do you have as your picture? Why do you have these glasses and a full beard on your picture?
Where's the glasses and the beard, man?
You don't
have All right, here, let me catch you guys up. I'll make it a 30-second catch-up. So I lost my glasses. Can't see. Rip. And the second thing is I shaved my face because one of my supervisors was going through some things as far like just some biblical stuff and wanted me to do the Nazarite vow, which would require me to grow my hair out and focus more things on God. But that doesn't bother me growing my hair out. So what does bother me is the fact that I have a hardcore baby face. But even more amazing is after I shaved my face, I got a girlfriend. So I'm not sure. I don't know what that is or what it means, but there it is.
Whatever works.
Whatever works, right? Whatever works.
That is not my official advice on trying to get a
shave your face, you will get a girlfriend.
I'm not shaving mine.
I'm keeping this. I'm keeping
I
the
already
neck
got
beard.
mine.
Okay, quick question before you all go. How tall are you all?
Oh man.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
All right. I'm 5'11". Everyone thinks I'm 6 feet, but I'm actually 5'11 and 0.4.
Nice. Everybody thinks that I'm 8'2". I'm actually 8'3". So come at me, disrespect.
I see.
Beat me there.
Okay, but for reals, I'm 5'11". That's actually kind of funny. You said 5'11". That's exactly where I'm at too.
I see.
Wow.
So technically, me and Stone can call you little people because we're both taller than you.
We're 6'1".
Oh.
I'm 6 foot, I'm 6 foot and like half an inch.
I'm just saying Yoda was wiser than all of them, and he was the shortest in all of Star Wars.
Yeah, but he did die.
See this right here? That's that mic. Dropped it.
Oh.
Well,
I think you dropped the camera too.
Good one. That was a good one.
Okay.
So before we
go.
end the show, we're gonna have Gabe God pray us out. And if you guys don't know, he's been on here before, so he's good at this.
Oh, all right, cool. Yeah, let's do that. Father God, thank you so much for the opportunity for us to do what we do individually and as a group. God, and ultimately we're just here to serve you in everything that we do. And God, I just thank you for the group of people that have organized this podcast on Twitch. God, I pray that it would continue to be fruitful and multiply. And God, that the seeds that are planted would not bring back 30 or 60 fold, but 100-fold of everything that could possibly come from the seeds that are planted here. And God, we just ask you to continue to bless the rest of our evenings, regardless of what we do. And just bring us abundance in everything we have. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. We have you guys. Night.
All right, thank
So
you.
long. Thanks for all the fish.
Boy out.
Bye.